Hello Gates. Barbra Streisand has lived a life that seems almost larger than the stage and screen she has graced for more than 6 decades. Born in Brooklyn in 1942, she grew up in a working-class Jewish household that was struck by tragedy early when her father died before she was 2. Raised by her mother alongside her brother Sheldon, she knew hardship from the start, but also discovered a gift that would ultimately change her life. Though not considered conventionally glamorous, she stood apart from her peers through her striking soprano voice and her determination to pursue a dream many doubted she could reach. By the time she was a teenager, she was already honing her skills, performing in school choirs and setting her sights far beyond the limits of her neighborhood. Her career took off in the early 1960s in the cabaret clubs of New York, where audiences quickly realized she had a presence that couldn't be ignored. By 1962 she was on Broadway, and just 2 years later she became a star with her unforgettable role as Fanny Brice in Funny Girl. That role and her rendition of the song People solidified her place in entertainment history. Her rise from clubs to Broadway to recording studios was astonishingly fast. Her debut album in 1963 won her 2 Grammys, including Album of the Year, and began a recording career that would make her one of the best-selling artists of all time. She transitioned seamlessly into film, winning an Academy Award for Funny Girl and going on to star in classics like The Way We Were and A Star Is Born. She later made history by writing, producing, directing, and starring in Yentl, breaking barriers for women in Hollywood. While her artistic achievements piled up, her personal life also drew interest. She first married actor Elliot Gould in the 1960s, with whom she had her only son, Jason. Their marriage ended in the early 1970s, but she later found lasting love with actor James Brolin, whom she wed in 1998. Their marriage has been described as steady and supportive, a contrast to the turbulence she endured during her earlier years in the spotlight. Even after decades of dominance in music, Barbra never stayed confined to one medium. She continued to act, returning memorably in Meet the Fockers in 2004, and wowed audiences worldwide with her tours, including her unforgettable 2012 concert in Brooklyn. Her artistry has always been defined not only by talent but also by resilience and reinvention. Now, at 83, Streisand has reflected on one of her most cherished screen partnerships, her work with Robert Redford in the 1973 romantic drama The Way We Were. For years she remained largely private about what it was like to share the screen with him, but recently she has opened up with candid admiration. She described Redford as everything she hoped he would be: handsome, graceful, and dignified, a man who carried himself without arrogance. She noted that while his natural charm could have overshadowed her, he instead gave her the freedom to bring her own vulnerability to the role. Their chemistry, she admitted, was undeniable, fueled by the contrast between her passionate expressiveness and his calm restraint. Fans often wondered if the spark between them went beyond the camera, but Streisand carefully separated fact from fantasy, even while speaking of him with unmistakable tenderness. She said the film gave her the chance to explore a complicated love story and that Redford was the perfect partner to bring authenticity to it. More than 50 years later, she still feels the weight of those scenes and the emotions they carried, recalling his depth and his ability to say so much without words. Reflecting on what she learned from him, Streisand said Redford taught her the power of patience and the value of listening, lessons she carried with her long after filming ended. Her words reveal that their collaboration was more than a professional highlight. It was a meeting that shaped her both as an actress and as a person. With the wisdom of age, she now speaks of their time together as something that left an imprint not only on cinema history but on her own heart.